All right, so if you've ever been on the hunt for a new home, you know the drill, right? You're juggling spreadsheets, staring at maps, and trying to tick off this absolutely impossible wish list. It can get, well, pretty overwhelming. But what if there was a neighborhood that actually hit that perfect sweet spot? Today, we're going to take a look at a place that just might do that. Fountain City, right here in Knoxville, Tennessee.
I mean, this is the classic problem every home buyer runs into, isn't it? You find an affordable house, but the commute is a total nightmare. Or you find a fantastic community, but it's way, way out of your price range. It always feels like you have to make a sacrifice somewhere. But what if? What if you didn't have to choose? What if one place actually proved you could have it all?
Okay, so let's really get into it. Look, Fountain City isn't some perfect, magical utopia. No place is. But it's what a lot of folks call a balanced choice. It's a neighborhood that somehow manages to pull together all these different things you're looking for, and it does it in a really compelling way. That's why it's one of North Knoxville's most popular, most consistently appealing areas. So, how does it pull this off? How does it actually work? Well, it really boils down to two key things, two foundational pillars that create this best of both worlds vibe: its unique location and its really deep-rooted sense of community. This slide pretty much nails the neighborhood's core identity. On one hand, you've got this genuine, cozy, small-town atmosphere, that friendly vibe. But then, on the other hand, you're literally just minutes from all the action in downtown Knoxville and right near the major highways. It's this incredible combination that lets you have that quiet, neighborly life without giving up the energy and convenience of the city. And this isn't just some catchy marketing slogan someone made up. It's the real deal. In Fountain City, you'll find homes that have been in the same families for decades. Seriously. It's the kind of place where neighbors actually know each other by name. That creates the sense of stability that's just, well, it's getting harder and harder to find in a lot of fast-growing cities these days. Okay, so that all sounds great, but what does it actually feel like to live there day to day? Let's talk about that. It's really this blend of recreation, a cool local culture, and a really strong focus on family. Everyday life here is all about accessibility. For starters, you've got these awesome central gathering spots, like Fountain City Park, for just getting outside. And there's been this really cool growth of locally owned coffee shops and restaurants that adds so much to the neighborhood's charm. And then, of course, for all the practical stuff, grocery stores, services, everything's right there. It makes running your daily errands super quick and easy. Now, a really huge piece of the family-friendly puzzle here is the neighborhood school structure. Basically, it means kids go to schools that are super close to home. And when that happens, the community bonds just naturally get stronger, school events become neighborhood events, parents get to know each other more easily. It might seem like a small detail, but trust me, it has a massive impact on the feel of the whole area. All right, the community feel is amazing, but let's be real, the practical side has to make sense too. So now let's talk brass tacks. We're going to break down the houses themselves, the value you get for your money, and, of course, the daily commute. One of the biggest reasons Fountain City appeals to so many different kinds of people is the sheer variety of homes you can find there. You are not locked into one single cookie-cutter style. You've got classic ranches, cool mid-century properties, smaller cottages, plus you're seeing more and more updated renovations and even some new construction popping up. That mix is what makes the market so interesting and accessible. So here's the value proposition in a nutshell, especially when you compare it to, say, the often higher-priced West Knoxville. In Fountain City, you're generally looking at lower home prices. The neighborhoods are more established, think mature trees, settled communities, and you can often find larger lots. So what does that really mean for you? It means your money simply goes further here, whether that means more space for your family or just a smaller mortgage payment each month. Okay, let's talk about something we all care about, the commute. Because Fountain City is so well connected to major roads, getting to work is just easier. You have great access to downtown, the University of Tennessee, and other big employment hubs. For a lot of people, that means a shorter, less stressful drive. And honestly, what does that translate to? A much better work-life balance, plain and simple. So what about your investment? I mean, a house is a huge purchase. Well, the market in Fountain City has a great track record of steady appreciation over time. It tends to be less volatile, less up and down than some of those super fast-growing suburbs. This makes it a really appealing choice for buyers who are looking for predictable, stable, long-term value. It's a solid bet. Okay, so we've looked at the community, the lifestyle, the practical stuff, but the big question is still on the table. Is Fountain City actually for you? How do you figure out if you'd really fit in there? Well, the cool thing is, the answer seems to be a lot of different people. First-time buyers love it because of the affordability. Growing families are all about the parks and those great neighborhood schools. Commuting professionals, obviously, benefit from the easy access to the city. And retirees really appreciate the quiet streets and having all the conveniences so close by. It's this wide appeal that really keeps the community so vibrant and diverse.
This quote really gets to the heart of it all. Because after the stress of moving is over and all the boxes are unpacked, what do people actually end up loving the most? It's the simple stuff, the everyday things, the friendliness of the neighbors, how easy it is to just run your errands, and that feeling of comfort you get from being in an established, settled neighborhood. That's what really creates that deep sense of satisfaction. So, when you boil it all down, Fountain City's success really comes back to that idea of balance. It just delivers on three fundamental things we all look for: a price point that's actually within reach, easy access to everything the city has to offer, and a genuine, real sense of community connection. That is the sweet spot. And that kind of leaves us with a final thought to chew on. Maybe the search for the perfect place to live isn't really about finding perfection at all. Maybe it's about finding the perfect balance. A balance between old and new, between established character and modern convenience, a balance between a quiet, peaceful street and a vibrant city that's just a few minutes down the road. Something to think about.